if nothing else, I want to give thanks to you guys. Running a business is tough. I've wanted to do it the right way for so long that I let the emotions of wanting to do it the right way interfere with the business sense of financially doing it the right way. And so what I ended up with was trying to create a customer experience based on what I wanted to have happen instead of what I could afford to have happen. And so there was always this like pressure of like, I can't get it to work the way I want. I can't seem to get all the pieces to fit in. I knew I had enough to get me right here. I knew that before I started this business, I had what it took. I knew I always did. I had what it took to start and run something. I knew that all I needed when I was at that wedding, I knew all I needed was an opportunity that didn't have a ceiling. That's all I wanted. I needed to get out of town, and I needed an opportunity that didn't have a ceiling. And so like when I got to this point, I had the confidence to get here. And then once I was here, I started having like serious doubts of if I had it, because this is like entrepreneur run, or I'm sorry, this is owner run, entrepreneur run. I knew I had this. I didn't know that I had what it took to do a professionally run company. There's a difference there. Any entrepreneur can do what I've done so far. It takes the business sense. It takes something more to take it to the level that you guys have it at and that we're taking it to now. And I was really, really starting to be concerned and doubting myself if I had what it took to make the right business decisions, to put things in place. It's like having a puzzle, and I kept rearranging the puzzle to get it to fit. And I would make people upset and mad, and I had the people that were just latching on and they're with me, ride or die, no matter what, they're with me. And that is awesome, but I was losing other people along the way. And after you try to rearrange the puzzle so many times, and then there's the emotions of things happening. I've had to go through hiring my best friend and firing my best friend and the emotions of everything. While all that's going on, there gets to a point with anyone where you get to a point where you're just, I don't think I could ever get up. I'm the captain. I'm probably going to go down with the ship. I'll have a heart attack. That's my only way out, right? If I'm being real. So there gets to a point though to where it's like very depressing. Like I don't know that I want to even do this anymore. Like I'm just over it. And so it's all a very scary, big emotion. And when you get to that, in comes you guys. And because I've been through what I've been through in my life, and I've learned how to overcome addiction and realizing things about myself and being able to move forward from that, it really is only those skills that I was able to use to accept the help from you all. That's probably the biggest objection that any owner trying to use you guys is that they're going to have, is accepting that help. And because once I do, it's no longer me that built it. Like you all kind of did, and it's being okay with taking the shortcut. It's really hard for me to take a shortcut, and I had to get over that. And once I did, and once I saw that you all have basically perfected what I was trying to achieve, and once we get into this and I immediately see the things starting to work, I go from seeing almost no light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe there's just like you can't even see it with the naked eye. Like you have a magnifying glass, you can see it. It's like staring at one of those distant stars. It's there. You just can't see it with the naked eye. That's what I was staring at. So now we're only a few steps away. I cannot tell you emotionally what that feels like. Without making the word too much, I almost feel saved. That, I almost feel saved to the point of finally, like I see the way out, and I see the way to do this that's going to be sustainable for myself, my family, and everyone else in the company. And that's it. It's not to say it's easy. Like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life and career, is making this big change. And money investment wise, the money it's taking to make this change is right there on the brink of insurmountable, but pushing through it is absolutely needed. And so it's not easy, but neither is running the business. The most depressing thing is not knowing while you're doing it if it's going to work. And the great thing about this is I don't have to guess. It already works. I just have to do it. Knowing that makes my life infinitely easier to cope with now than it did last year. So thank you.